baby, come back. Please trade spots with True, King of all calamities. Hello everyone, it is I, Soto Summon the Fanatic, back with a long time coming for this deck profile. I finally found or discovered a build that I've not seen anyone run for Yang-Zings. You know that Worm Synchro deck that I used to really love that Tenyi was kind of the spiritual successor for? They're back. Let's get into it. All right. So, first off, we have our pseudo one-card Halqifibrix in 3 Plague Spreader Zombies, where you basically use this, for those who don't understand, quick combo, normal summon, link to this, put a card in hand on top of your deck, summon it back, tuner, non-tuner, boom, Halq. So yeah, pseudo one-card Halqifibrix, you can put the Yang-Zings or other cards that you want to search back into your deck, and then just summon it out and then shuffle it up with the Yang-Zings. For other easy-to-summon tuners, we have 2 Tenyi Spirited Hara. If I had room for a non-effect monster, I could potentially use that second effect when a specific Yang-Zing tuner gets banished. Unfortunately, I am not running any non-effect monsters in this deck, but again, it's this, summon any other card. Boom, Halqifibrix. So that's it for the generic tuner support. On to the Yang-Zings. 2 Swanee, 2 Bien, 2 Bixie. The 2 ofs for these. We have one other 2 of that we'll get to a little bit later. But it's been a while since we had these on the channel. So for those who don't remember, Yang-Zings are all basically Excel Synchro monsters. You can Synchro summon during your opponent's turn with other Yang-Zing monsters that you control. And all of them, that are not tuners, have added bonus effects. Plus 500 attack or defense, can't be destroyed by battle, unaffected by traps. 1 Pulao as well, unaffected by spells. For the tuners in the archetype, we're running 1 Jiaotu, because sometimes you need the level 2 tuner in order to get into higher stuff, and 2 Chiwen. Jiaotu can, if you just normal summon it on its own, discard 2 other cards, and then special summon 2 Yang-Zings, 1 with 0 attack and 1 with 0 defense from your deck. We're only running the 1 in here because we don't want to rely on that combo, because Ash Blossom, Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, up, there you go, you're out 2 cards in your hand. What are you going to do? Chiwen, all the Yang-Zing monsters also have another effect. For those who don't remember, they can special summon another one from themselves of the same archetype from the deck whenever they're destroyed. Doesn't matter by battle, doesn't matter by card effect. However, if they are destroyed, boom, another one comes out. Chiwen can also special summon itself back from the graveyard if one of your Yang-Zings on the field is destroyed and it's in the graveyard already. And then finally, for generic hand traps, we've got 2 Ash and 2 Veiler. I shouldn't need to say too much else about these. It's Ash and Veiler. I'd run more of this card if I could. But I'm trying to keep the deck at 40 cards. I don't have enough room. Next, this is one card that I don't see anyone running right now. Literally, search Torrential Tribute from your deck to your hand, and you can banish it to prevent a water monster that you control from being destroyed. So, yeah, we'll showcase the 2-card combo a little bit later. So, yeah, or technically like a 3-card combo, but you get the idea. Next, we have 2 Yang-Zing Pot of Avarice. Shuffle 3 Yang-Zing monsters back. Next, we have 2 actual Pot of Avarice. I can't believe this card is legal again. It's been legal for a while, and I haven't had a way to run it in anything. But you go through your monsters pretty fast, and it's nice to be able to recycle them back. 1 Monster Reborn, because we can have nice things. And 1 Club of the Grave, because Ash Blossom. Next up, for Yang-Zing cards, we got 2 of the Counter Trap. I personally think 2 of the Counter Trap is the right call, because 1, we don't have Dangalong to search it out. 2, you can use this with the other stuff, but Solemn Judgment I think is just a little more versatile, even though you have to pay half your life points for it. And 2 Yang-Zing Creation. This card, literally, it locks you into Synchro Summoning, which is why you'll see in the extra deck we've only got the Halka Fibrix and the Almirage. Everything else is Link monsters. But basically, that effect that all the Yang-Zings have, that lets you special summon another Yang-Zing when they're from the deck when they're destroyed. Do this with them, and you got like so many. You get 2 special summons off of 1 card. It's ridiculous. Next up, 1 Skill Drain. You're probably like, wait a minute. How does this work? Your synchro monsters that you summon aren't going to be, they're not going to be able to do anything with Skill Drain on the field. That's where you're wrong. These are conditions. Those things that I told you about, the extra little bonuses that they get off of being used as synchro material, those are not treated as effects. So if you synchro summon a monster with this card as material with Skill Drain out, it will be unaffected by Skill Drain and can still use its effects. Because again, it's a condition, not an effect. It's not an effect on the Yang-Zing monster. Same with the attack boost, same with the, can't be destroyed with battle, same with unaffected by spell cards. So yeah, Skill Drain's here because it's a nice floodgate and monster effects really suck. 3 Terrenal Tribute, because it's Terrenal Tribute, it's actually really good right now. And 3 Solemn Judgment. That's it for the main deck. That's 40 cards. Into the extra deck. Let's start with the big boys. 1 Trishula. It is so cool being able to Trishula your opponent on their turn. Croc Dragon, sort of the same thing as Trishula. Chao Feng, kind of a floodgate synchro monster. Basically, it just does a whole bunch of stuff, and it really shines in Yang-Zings. 2 Boxia, because it's kind of the bread and butter. It's your main level 8 that you go into. 1 Yazi, and then for generics, we have a Draco Berserker, what I would call the best level 7 synchro monster in the game. Oh, and by the way, you do Dawn Dragster, you summon that with a Bixie and level 5 synchro tuner. Oh yeah, you have ways to protect your back row while being unaffected by Skill Drain. So you can have Skill Drain up, and that's unaffected, and you can just keep negating your opponent's stuff. For Synchro Tuners, this is where I'd put Danglong, if he were legal. But instead, we have Shooting Star and Desert Locust, because these are the best Synchro Tuners that are in the game right now, aside from, the obvious Formula Synchron, but you kind of need the big tuners because all the Yang-Zing monsters are a little on the small side, and we're not running that level 5 Dark one because it's terrible. For level 5s, we kind of have to have 1 level 5 at least, just in case the situation comes up. Literally, the situation comes up for this. You just have use either Plague and BN or Jiaotu and BN and go into this thing, and then you have a generic level 5 synchro monster that cannot be destroyed by battle and just keeps getting 200 every time it's in battle. And then we have Herald of the Arclight as well, which you can go into and do stuff with Boxia, and then you just use Boxia's effect to destroy a card and bring it back, so that way you have a negation. We probably could and should put a number 38 in here, so that we can go double Boxia with the Herald of the Arclight, and that way you have 2 negations. But you're locked into synchro summoning with the deck. And honestly, I feel like with Yang-Zings, the more synchros you have, the better. 1 Halky Fibrix, which we've already shown, and then 1 Salamangreat Almirage. There's a side deck for it too. It's just not here. Editing powers, yay! So unprofessional. Alright, so for the side deck, we have 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I'll be honest, this should probably be Bell, but I don't have any other copies. They're in other decks. But I felt like Ghost Ogre might be a decent disruption card that can work on the field or in your hand. Next up, we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Don't have room for it in the main deck, so we put it in the side deck. 3 Dark Hole. Yeah, probably been a while since you've seen this card, but this is literally there to say, Hi, Vanity, get out. And next we have some other cards as well, such as 1 Red Reboot for heavy back row decks, 3 Solemn Strike, just in case we're fighting more monster-heavy strategies that Judgment can't help with. My answer for Dytron, which is probably going to change to something else, is Dimensional Barrier. in the side deck. You just call Ritual, and boom, there goes your deck.
You should change it to something else.
I probably will, but again, I'm just trying to put together what I had. And then 1 Imperial Order, because you can turn this off whenever you want with Foxia. So yeah, that's Yang-Zings. It obviously needs a little bit of work, but I think it's got potential. And the best part about it is it's a strategy that I invented myself. So hit that. Feel free to leave suggestions down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, and we'll catch you guys later.